Citizens of a future redefined. No regrets tied to the things we leave behind. Brand new possibilities, technologies and currencies. A new sun will rise and shadows quickly fade. Dawn of a new age.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and with me right now is
Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal. And what a wonderful evening we have right now. We actually watched the match right before this, and it was pretty amazing. And that was between God Particles and Go Figure. If you were wondering what that was, and it also went on to overtime, and it was pretty.
That was a
intense.
That was a really long match and a really fun one. But right now we have JHS versus Made in Delhi, and we are going to go live with the knife round right now. So let's get right into it. Actually, I'll do the introduction for JHS. We have, you know what? You do that.
I mean, actually, it's about time we actually go on to the knife round. So let the viewers actually watch the knife round as well. So we'll be kicking off the game in about 10 seconds.
All right then. And we are going to be seeing Zaz, Bad Love, Stars, Spidey Pro 143 and Hush Aurora for JHS. While for Made in Delhi, we have Logi, HBK, Transguard, Bexy and Scarface. So we are going to be seeing how exactly it's going to be panning out the knife round. Sadly, we
just actually missed the knife round, I guess, and we are going to go on to the pistol round. It's going to be a map of train, and I really wanted to have this map I really wanted this because we haven't seen much of train pretty much. So let's see how it's going to pan out. And we see, an inner push coming out there from Made in Delhi, and it looks like they are going to go for a B. And I'm pretty sure Spidey as well as his friends are pretty aware that it's going to be a B because there seems to be no movement over there near A, so I don't think it's going to be. It's being called out as well, so it's probably going to be a B. We see a lot of people coming out there from inner, and we see 3 of them coming out there as Spidey takes down the opening frag over here, while Scarface is making his way. He's right next to connectors, and he's already in middle of the train.
And Scarface is actually trying to get on top of the brown train. Maybe not. He's going to just strafe around and get the kill onto Bad Love.
The beautiful shot coming out there from Bexy, and he's got a really good headshot coming out there.
Oh, but look at this!
That actually is exactly. He's actually making it all the way over there and gets.
And then we are going to be seeing Zaz though on upper. He's going to be getting the kill onto Vexy, and he sees the guy at the distance and gets the kill onto HBK also, and that is going to be JHS drawing first blood and taking the first round. And by the way, Tango, that was actually a really amazing round. I just wish that Spidey Pro was, keeping his position on top of the train instead of going away once he got the first kill. Because I do believe that he might have been able to get a few more kills, but nonetheless, JHS...
No, I actually thought that Scarface was getting those frags onto JHS, and they really had the upper hand, but that was not the case, as JHS actually quickly recovered from that, mainly because of Spidey. He just went on and tried to rotate, and he actually couldn't. He actually did get those kills, and that eventually getting them the first blood over there as well as the first round right now. And we are into the second round. We see Made in Delhi going for a B again. They are moving on to B as well, and the bomb is there at B as well, and Zaz is going to take the first kill, and we see Spidey taking out the other as well. The bomb has been planted, however, while Logi as well as HPK and Transgod over there trying to make sure the bomb is not going to get defused, but HPK is being taken down there as well as Logi, and I think it's going to be pretty hard for the last guy to take this down, because he's making it all the way from connectors, and that is something which they should have actually got it. But
they should have made it into their calculations as they were going for the plant. But I guess
because I felt actually the backstab was taking a lot of time for him to come from all the way from A, so that is something they need to work out. He was actually at SL, he just made the jump onto the ladder, and he was coming all the way from connectors, and that actually took a lot of time. By the time the diffuse has already been started, and that is something they need to work on.
And I don't even think that Made in Delhi's last round was supposed to be a one where they wanted to go for the winning play, because they just wanted the bomb plant down so they could have enough money. And right now,
they actually have
5 rifles. But the Molly though, the Molly's doing so much work, and sadly, that's not going to be the case as HBK though. He actually spots out Harsh Arora.
But then Star looks in a really good position right now. He can actually take out a couple of kills. He takes down Logi, and the bomb has been dropped away. Oh my god, he's actually getting distracted by his own team, but then Spidey Pro is making sure that is not going to happen. A Star actually quickly recovers from that and goes and takes down the last guy over there, and that was pretty amazing. And it was eventful over there. You see that?
Okay, that was just, getting bamboozled by our own teammate. And that, by the way, Made in Delhi, they did get all rifles in the previous round, so they basically surrendered 2 AKs for JHS, and they are going to be forced into buying just pistols and probably armor for themselves. And we are going to be seeing Logi is going to be going towards inner, towards the bathrooms, and we are also going to be seeing Bad Love. He's in a really good position actually. He's just going to be mauling up outside of Blue Train and making sure that Made in Delhi don't make their push as of now. They do. So
teammate is actually covered there from JHS. They can make sure that they aren't gonna really have a bad time going into teammate. As I think Star has a really good opportunity to spot out Transgod over here, and let's see. Oh my God, he's actually trapped over here. The Molly is coming out, and Star is taking him down in quick succession, and that was something really amazing coming out there from Star. And that's actually putting Made in Delhi in the back foot there, while the bomb is still not being taken from T-spawn. So he's actually the connector, he's actually the alley, while Zaz is taking on Logi, and Vexy is actually a lot of plays coming out there.
Like, he's just waiting there patiently, and then just 2 people drop and their heads just get blown out by that rifle. And by the way, Harsh Arora, he has a really good angle. Vexy though, he's going to be getting that kill onto Zaz, tries to climb up onto the Blue Train, actually trying to bait him out, but he's in a really pickle of a situation, and we are going to be seeing him going towards EV. He does have the bomb, and he's completely alone. And
but then he actually spots Arturo and takes him down as well. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. He is going for the plant, and the last guy is somewhere near him, and he's actually at SL, and I think he has a really good angle to take him down. And rightly said, he actually takes him down and actually extends this lead to 4 rounds over here. And that was a good play coming out there, even though that was a really good round coming for
and look at this,
JHS.
Gets that first kill onto Logi, and then Scarface just follows him towards his death.
Exactly.
I would not do that, but it's a little bit of a questionable play coming in from Made in Delhi, but all in good favor.
But then it was actually a good round for Made in Delhi as well, because they actually, mind you, they just went for pistols, and they even didn't go for armor. So that is something that was pretty close. That round went on to 1 versus 1, which eventually got won by JHS. And I think Spidey Pro is actually making a ballsy attempt going on into the smoke, and he actually gets the sound, but it was quite unfortunate that Vexy could actually take him down. But that was something they really never thought about. He just went in all into the smoke, and he wasn't able to get the kill over there. But he actually he could actually spot out a couple of guys. So that was vital information coming out there from Spidey Pro onto JHS, and so now they have a clear idea that they have a couple of guys, or even 3 of the guys coming out there at inner. So probably they can go and strat accordingly. And we see Logi as well as his teammates going back onto team in, and probably they are going to go for an A, I guess.
But well, we do have Harsh Arora looking towards Ivy actually, and we're also going to be looking at Logi. He's trying to go for the push, but little
No,
does he
they are
know
going to
that
go for
given
the Ivy right now, but then little do they realize that Ivy as well as C main is heavily guarded, and I think it's not going to be it's not going to be a cakewalk for Maiden Delhi to just get on to A, even though they are on an upper hand. Looks like they are coming back, but then what they don't realize is that time is running out. They still have 30 more seconds, and probably the ideal thing from here is to do is to just go on to B and go for the plant. And I think that is what Made in Delhi are going to go. The nade coming out there, giving a lot of damage to Zaz, but then Zaz is taking out HBK as well, and that is making the course clear for them to go on to B, because there's just two guys who are right outside connector as well as near the oil truck. And I think Scarface is going to take down Bad Love as well, and Transgod is making the backstab and takes down the guy at connectors, which happens to be Zaz, and the last guy is near the oil tanker, and Hashudara takes down Transgod as well. And Star is making his way from SL onto connectors, and let's see what is going to go on right now. And it's going to be a 3v2 in favor of Made in Delhi. Probably this can be that first round, but no, Hashudara shuts my mouth as well as Scarface, and it's now going to be a 2 versus 2. Let's see whether they are going to go for the defuse, as Vexy is getting taken down there as well. And the defuse is being made. It's going to be Logi against Star, and oh, he takes down the diffuser, but then they still, I guess it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, Star was actually looking. Yeah, that was 2 versus 2, and since one of the players from the side of Made in Delhi did die as they were trying to go from lower, they after that one guy got killed, it seemed as though they were looking towards upper, because that
exactly.
was
it was, if you actually realize, it was it was a 3v4, and then it was a 2v4 in fact, and they really stepped on the brakes of Made in Delhi. This clearly was looking like their round, but that wasn't the case. They actually clutched it and made sure that the fuse was being made, and that was a beautiful retake coming out there from JHS as they get on to the 6th round with a 5-0 lead over here.
And getting right into the game inside of round number 6, my HBK is going to be in the ladder room. He's going to be snuffed out by the Molly, and he seems to be in a little bit of a tricky situation.
But then the sound has been given there by Spidey over there at I'm sorry, Zaz at oh my god, a beautiful shot coming out there from Zaz onto HBK on SL, and I think it's going to be pretty tricky for Made in Delhi to make it into it, because T side, teammate is going to be pretty heavily guarded, as we have another guy at Ivy as well.
And Logi, though, he is going to be going towards the red train near EB. He's going to be smoking off the connectors,
mollying, and everything is coming out there from the T side at the connectors. And oh, what a beautiful shot coming out there from Vexy, and it's going to be pretty easy plan, because the guy at Ivy has been cleared up. But there is another guy coming out there, and Star is right near the bomb train. He's going to take a couple of them if he's got a good angle, and yes, he does. He takes a couple of them. Is it going to be 3 as well? Because 2 of them are right behind the EB as well as the yellow train as well.
Vexy actually priming the flashbang, and that is actually not going to hit since Star.
Oh, beautiful shot coming out there. What a retake again. These guys are really killing it when it comes to the retakes and all of that, and they have enough time to defuse the bomb as well, and probably take out some guns as well. So it's been pretty amazing coming out there, amazing plays coming out there from JHS. A lot of retakes going in their favor, even though they were playing 2v4s and 3v4s and all of that. It clearly was their game.
And look at Zaz. He actually looked towards the ladder, turned around, and then got the kill.
Exactly. That actually should have been HBK's kill, because he really went on and tried to, he had a better angle in my opinion.
And I don't know what exactly went wrong. Maybe he was flashed. We did not catch that in this game actually. But we are going to be getting into round number 7, and JHS actually had an astounding lead, 6-0 in their favor, and we are going to be seeing a full buy coming in from both the teams. Harshadora is going to be playing inners, and HBK is going to be just standing
trying to get down onto SL and trying to see if there are any CDs right, outside, like how he died the previous round. And let's see what we have in store, because Star as well as I think Spidey Pro are at A.
No, Spidey Pro is going to be looking at the alley though, and we are going to be seeing Bad Love actually smoking off lower, and oh my god, he's in a really good position. 3 kills probably, no, that was just 2 kills. Transgod turns around and gets a kill. And it seems as though the bomb plant is going to happen, and Transguard is just looking left and right ahead of the Grey Train. And look at him, he does not know where
he actually got fully flashed over here.
Look at Spidey Bro here. Spidey Bro has a good angle on the Scarface, gets that kill onto him, but Transguard is sneaking about. And let's see if he's going to be catching that guy onto Yellow Train.
It's going to be a 2v3, and Transguard takes down one, and the smoke has been coming out there, and Harsh Aurora is going to take down Transguard, and it's going to be another retake coming out there for in JHS's favor. That was ballsy play coming out there. He was actually able to take about 3 kills over there, but it was quite unfortunate. But the damage had already been done over there from Bad Love onto Made in Delhi, making him just about near 24 HP. While Spidey Pro was coming out there, he just took out Starface, and the smoke had been come out after Hashtada took down Transguard, and they actually took out a pretty, that was a pretty good retake coming out there from JHS.
And it seems as though Made in Delhi need to actually gather themselves up. They did take a timeout. So we'll be seeing round number 8 going live in about 15 seconds. And by the way, Tango, what do you think about the play being made by Bad Love? Like, he just smoked off a lower, just waited in a really good angle
for them to actually
go towards bomb.
Because most of the people who are playing, they really don't, they lack that trigger patience, which Bad Love actually did. And that is something which I really like to commend, because once you see a couple of guys, or once you just see one guy over there, you just tend to shoot it down, and you think you are getting the first frag onto him, but no, that is not the case. If you're actually into the smoke, you're just outside the smoke over there, and you're waiting for people to come out. It's better that you're just letting them 2-3 people to go in, so that you can actually give out vital information whether you're killing them or not. So in that case, that was a really good decision coming out there from Bad Love, just waiting it and trying to bait out the first 2 people coming out, and that was pretty good. And as we are seeing over here, we see a couple of guys going from CTs onto IV, and oh my God, what is going on? Spidey Pro getting 3 kills on a row for the people who are coming on to P, and the bomb is being dropped as well, but Transguard is going to take the bomb, but right in front of Transguard is Star, and I think he's actually trying to shoot it down through the smoke, but that is up to no avail, because none of them are over there, but Transguard is getting taken down, as well as Vexy. Oh, that was a clean round coming out there from
Zaz JHS. Was actually playing from upper, and he had a really good angle onto Made in Delhi's people. As Made in Delhi got killed by Spidey Pro, 3 frags in a row, Zaz was playing from upper, since they were trying to go for the bomb, and they needed to smoke off the other side from connectors. They need to track their way back.
They actually need to realize that is not really working out for them, because in the previous round we actually saw, I think, Bad Love doing the same thing as well. And this time we are seeing Spidey Pro doing the same thing as well. So it's clearly not working out. They need to, figure out what they can do regarding that. But we see a couple of guys right on top of SL, Logi as well as one of his teammates. Let's see who's going to take the first action right now. But then
I do feel like this is going to be Logi though. And but no, HBK actually had a really good time to go for the kill onto Bad Love, but he turns around.
But then we are going to see some action over here at E-main, while Vexy is taken down by Star, and Zaz is taking down Transguard as well. But the trade coming out there from Logi is going to take down Zaz, and Star spots a guy at SL, and let's see whether he can take him down as well.
Well, this is a 2 versus 4, and the bomb being dropped near T-base.
It's actually at T-base, so it's going to be making it
away. But by the way, you see Bad Love right here has a really good angle from Ali.
From Ivy, and he's going to take out another one as well. And Logi is going to try to take him down. Logi takes him down in the end. Let's see whether they can actually get along with this, because it's going to be a 3v1 against Made in Delhi.
And look at Star. Star has a really good angle. He's going to be waiting patiently for him to go forward. And then you also have another guy looking at the other side. And
all the sides are covered. All the sides are covered. There is a guy, right, on the ladder. There is a guy at IV, and there is a guy at SL as well. So anywhere the bomber is going to go, he gets to get spotted out, and that is what happened right now.
That is exactly what we saw. And by the way, guys, this is an amazing game, because, by the way, Zaz in the same position, right? He got 2 kills, and I guess that was the second round.
Third or fourth round.
Yeah, and then this time, the same thing happens, but sadly, both of them drop together instead of having a little bit of a delay between that. Else, we would have seen Zaz take the same thing, deja vu happening again. And we are going to be getting into round number 10, and JHS are steamrolling through Made in Delhi. And Made in Delhi, though, right now they do have the money to buy their guns. They are fully equipped with their rifles, and Zaz again at the same place in the ladder room as Vexy gets killed by Zaz. We are going to be
But
seeing
there is an
Scarface,
exchange
though.
coming out there from Scarface as well as the other guy at the tunnels, and there seems to be no clear victor in that because Harsh Arora is actually, he actually tried to smoke it down, but Hechi coming out there from the T's coming and dealing some damage onto Harsh Arora, but the smoke has been coming out there from the T's, smoking it down, so making it vulnerable.
Making sure that he does not get from the tunnels
Exactly.
back to Ivy. And we are going to be seeing Logi and HDK trying to go for an execute in the A site. And let's see how exactly that's going to be working out for them. He's going to be getting gunned down by Star. And Logi, though, Logi actually gets 2 kills in a row as he kills Stars and Zaz. And by the way, Spidey Pro is just playing this really stealthily. He's just hiding around, making sure that he is in a really good position before he
Look
goes
at
for
that. I
any
mean,
of those kills.
Zaz is making the most of this location. I mean, he is getting those kills which are really required in the first few rounds and first few minutes of the game, and that is something which is really commendable over there because every time he is going on to SL or ladder, he's getting those one or two kills which are really necessary for the momentum of their team. So that is something which is really happening for them, and they seem to really not care about SL nowadays.
Well, we might just see a 15-0 in this half because JHS are completely outstratting Made in Delhi right now. I'm not going to be...
And yet again, look at that.
Okay, that needs to stop. People need to stop dropping in from SL because that is clearly not working for you guys. But we are going to be seeing Made in Delhi. They have secured B side actually, and we are going to be seeing Star. The Star is going to be getting an easy kill onto Vexy as he's going to try to prime that smoke.
But then the bomb has been planted over here, so they really have not much of time over there because it doesn't really matter because both of them have kits over here, and 2 out of the 3 people from JHS have their kits, and the Molly is going to come out and it's been thrown at the side. But then we still have transport. Oh, he just goes like that.
Okay, so this is going to be a 1 versus 2, and Scarface is going to be left alone, but no, Harsh Arora knows that he's in lower and gets that kill pretty easily, leaving his friend to go for the defuse. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be 11-0 in the favor of JHS.
And this is what I was actually talking to you about. They are getting side control somehow.
And look at that, again and again and again. Don't just drop down.
I mean, they are, they know that the drop is going to be their weakness. So you need to, work against it. But that does not seem to be the case because you see, even though they got the control of the side, it was a 4v3, and they really couldn't, stop the retake from JHS, and that is something they really need to work from this side because they just still have about 4 more rounds of this. We are into the 12th round of this game, and we see an A push coming out there from Made in Delhi. They have gone for a full buy. They really don't have much money to go for a next round if they are going to afford to lose this. And as we say, we are.
This is just a slaughter, man. JHS are steamrolling over Made in Delhi, even though they had all the rifles in the world. It seems as though the execution coming in from Made in Delhi just lacked that little bit of that woof that you need to actually get inside and get those kills.
I mean, the problem is they are getting into the open pretty quickly, and that is not allowing them to think about where they are and what to do at that point of time. Because clearly we really could see that JHS are reading them like a book, and they really cannot counter-strat that, and that is something they need to work right now because it's not about this time look at that, we have 2 people on top of the ladder and 2 people right below it. Let's see who's going to get the first blood right now. And we actually Star is going to get a couple of kills. He can also get a third of them, but then no, Scarface takes him down. We see a couple of guys at SL, and let's see whether they are going to go for an A plant right now because there is only 1 person at Ivy, and the guy from Connectors is making his way onto bomb side. Let's see whether he can actually spot out a couple of guys over here at SL. These guys are not actually making a move over here. They're not like they really don't have an idea where what they are going to do right now at this moment. As we still see that B is kind of clear right now.
And they are contemplating whether they want to go towards A, and they should actually, because Spidey Pro is going to be guarding connectors with his life. And by the way, there is a little bit of a scuffle going down in the alley as Vexy takes down Harsh Arora, and Scarface gets the kill onto Spidey Pro. So this is going to be a 1 versus 3 situation. Bad Love is left completely alone, and let's see, he is going to be moving in from connectors, and he has a really good angle onto HBK. Towards his right, there is going to be another player. Vexy, though, he is going to be moving slowly
I mean, he is in a safe position right now, even though if the bomb has been is going to go for a defuse. Probably he is going to go right onto his face right now because both of them are pretty nearby. And let's see whether they are going to fight it out right now. But no, Scarface has actually spotted him over here. He's going to take him down with ease. And finally, we have Made in Delhi's first round victory over here in this game after 12 rounds over here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really huge lead, and Made in Delhi, I wish that their psychology is not being affected by that, because, losing 12 rounds in a row is kind of low. Okay.
I mean, you really don't know because in the previous match which Made in Delhi played, they actually, faced off against Virtual Assassins. They were actually losing their first 11 rounds. They actually lost the first 11 rounds, and after that they gave a comeback. They actually got the lead, and eventually they won the game. And that is something which they have to push it on. So probably they can also even give a comeback.
By the way, we are going to be seeing the first AWP buy coming in from JHS, and Badlow is going to be the man who is going to be handling the machine. And HBK is going to be making some noise in alley. He is going to be tagging a little bit of damage down to Badlow. And we are going to be seeing Vexy. He is thinking whether he wants to be pushing from teammate. Logi has a really good angle onto Ivy, so he's just waiting for people to, lose their marbles and go ahead and go for the push. And Spidey Pro, he is just going to be holding down upper over at B side. We are going to be seeing the flash coming in from HBK as he gets that kill onto Harsh Aurora. Towards his right, there is going to be another player onto the second towers, but no! Badlow was there and he was ready, and he gets that kill onto HBK. Scarface, he's going to be dropping down from SL, and he is going to be met with Zaz, and he responds with a bullet to his face.
But then it's going to be a 1v2 against JHS, Spidey against Scarface and Logi. Let's see what we have in store right now, because the bomb is being planted there from Scarface onto A side, and the molly coming out there right onto SL. But there is a guy at tunnel. He's going to take. Oh no, he actually doesn't take out Scarface, but it actually is Scarface who's going to take him down. And with that, it's going to be the last round of the first half over here. And look at that beautiful.
Yeah, it seems like Made in Delhi have gotten their stuff together, because they do seem to have a strat right now which is working out well for them.
But then I really feel that it's kind of too late for them to react in this, because after that they are going to go on to CTs, and it's going to be pretty hard for them compared to that, because they really couldn't read JHS like how they did, and that is gonna we really can't say something at this moment, because all I can say that it's gonna be pretty late for them.
Oh, and look at this, Badlove in the alley tries to go for a kill and gets the kill onto Logi, but HBK though, he's gonna slow around and get that kill onto Badlove again.
You know that there is another guy, but no, he just there was a little bit of his head being visible over there. With that spray onto Zaz, he just takes him down at Ivy, and Ivy looks to be clear right now, but no, Star is making his way over here to Ivy, and looks like we are gonna see another kill coming out there. But then HBK takes him down as well. It's gonna be pretty easy for Made in Delhi to get this round as well. Probably they are gonna close this up with a beautiful round over here.
And Ashadora only has a Beagle, so things are not looking really well for JHS. I mean, in general, things are looking good for JHS.
But not in this round.
This round seems to be a, this seems like a big mess. And HBK, he is going to be holding down and seeing if they're going to be coming in from teammate. But it seems as though they don't really have eyes on Harsh Aurora. He is near the bomb. He is going to be going towards Scarface, but no, Scarface was ready and gets the kill onto Harsh Aurora. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the first half of CSGO between JHS and Made in Delhi.
And look at that. I mean, they really had the first half on their pocket, JHS, and it was pretty sad that they really couldn't, they really couldn't get those 3 rounds in the end, and that is something that's not going to really affect them, because we are still again into the second half, and it's just about 4 more rounds for them. They need to win. Made in Delhi have a really good, tough task ahead, and they really need to go and try to get most of the rounds in start, because if they are going to get the pistol round, I'd say that they have a really good chance of making a comeback and probably even forcing it on to overtime, or probably winning it as well.
And
so
it seems it's
all about the first 2-3 rounds over here, which Made in Delhi have to somehow sort it out. Probably plan a good strat and probably just win those first 2-3 rounds, because that is going to be the vital thing that they can do right now in the second half.
And talking about JHS, actually, it seems as though JHS know this map in and out. Like, yeah, I feel like Made in Delhi's knowledge about this map seems a little bit lacking compared to JHS, because JHS know exactly where to hold their angles, and Made in Delhi, I believe that the reason why they scored a bunch of runs towards the end of the half was because they got used to the map.
I mean, not really. I really felt that they actually couldn't read JHS pretty well. The way they are, holding the sights and the way they are doing the retakes, and I think the communication is something which they need to work on, because if you actually realize most of the time when Made in Delhi were losing the rounds, it was actually because of the retakes. They had they had an advantage. They had an upper advantage in those rounds. Like it was all 4v2s and 3v2s and probably 2v1s, and those were the cases. But if you're going to lose all those rounds in quick succession, that doesn't actually it doesn't send a positive vibe amongst your teams. So I think they are going to work on this, and probably probably they can get the retakes.
I hope that Made in Delhi will be able to sort out their problems with the first half, because the second half is looking to be really dire for them, as JHS have they have a 9-round lead,
and it's basically like now or never, because if you are not going to win this pistol round or the next 2 rounds, it's going to be really bleak for you.
And we are going to be seeing JHS playing on the T side. Let's see if they're going to be equally dominant on this side, because we are going to be seeing Logi. He's going to be looking from...
There is an A push coming out there from JHS. We see a couple of guys from Team 8, but then, oh my god, this is what I was telling you about. We see 3 of them coming out there from SL, and I think JHS have a clear idea about that, but no, oh my god, 2 quick kills on to Mindbexy as well as Scarface is going to actually settle them this round, because it's going to be a 4v1 and it's HBK who's the last man standing for Made in Delhi. And look at that, the bomb is being taken down to B. This is what I call, ballsy play coming there from JHS, but then HBK is right next to them, but that does not seem to be a matter for them, as they are going to take this round, as well as,
and you know what,
a 10-round lead over here.
And you know what, Tango, with this round, I can say with full confidence that JHS do have more map knowledge about terrain, because they knew exactly how to hold the angle, and it seems as though Made in Delhi did not. That was a really bad decision to drop down SL with 3 people.
I really don't question that. The problem was after they dropped onto SL, the way they came out, and the way they were looking at the opposition, JHS, that was something they really need to work on, because that was so how do I say it? That was so really there was no coordination between them, is what I would say. And as I say that, JHS are making their way onto the inner side, and they're already at B side, and oh my god, what is going on?
We are going to be seeing lower controls getting taken down by Star. He's just going to be holding down 3 people in a row, and the 4th one to come. And we are going to be seeing Scarface and Logi are going to be the only ones left alive. Scarface.
However, they are already at B. They are already busy. They're near the oil tankers as well. And let's see whether they are going to take him on. Pasha Zora is going to take him on Scarface. It's going to be Logi, and he goes as well. It's going to be 11-round lead there from JHS. That's quick play coming out there from JHS. Is going on to side and doing the plant ASAP and getting that. And what a player coming there from Star, getting on 3 people and almost a 4th. Had the guy from Ivy had come from Connectors. He could have actually got a 4th as well.
And I believe that the reason that was actually failing was because Made in Delhi did not have any rifles, and you do know that pistols damage do decrease with time. And we are not decreasing the time with distance, sorry. And we are going to be seeing Logi is going to be holding down lowers, while there are going to be 3 people over at the outer side.
And it's going to be a B again, I guess, because all the 4 of them are over there at B. While solitary
Scarface is just going to mess that up, and he's going to get killed in return, as Spidey Bro gets another kill onto Vexy. And let's see how exactly this is going to be panning out for them. Scarface, yeah, he's dead. We are going to be seeing a 4 versus 1 situation, but no! Mind Transguard is going to get taken down right now, and JHS have match point in their favor. So
and I think it's going to be pretty.
I think this is an easy
cakewalk for them. Even though I really thought that Made in Delhi were, they really had the, they really had the, they had a lot of moments in the game, and probably those retakes and all of that were something they need to work on. And I think. Even if they are going to get a few rounds over here, it's not going to stop the inevitable. I guess JHS are going to get this game. They are into match point.
But let's see how exactly they're going to be getting this game, because we
are going to see a fight over here at A, as Mollies and Smokes have been taken out, and a beautiful shot coming out there from Hashtadola onto HBK is going to take down. We see Star getting taken down there. by Transgod, and Logi is going to take down by is going to be taken down by Harshadora. It's going to be 2v2 over there, and we see a guy at SL as well as right next to Ivy, and Transgod has a really good angle to take both of them. The bomb has been trapped. The bomb has been trapped between those two trains as well, and he gets down onto the molly, and it's going to be a 1v2, and JHS made you winners of this game. That was a really quick game, I would say.
You know what, Tango? I believe that was the best use of utility that I have seen in this tournament as of now. Because JHS made use of their utility so good. Their Molotovs, their smokes, their flashes were so on point, and their team
exactly
in conjunction with that. And
they were precise with their, they were precise with their flashes and utilities as well. They were on point with that. They actually, put it on when it was most necessary, and not just, just simply throwing on your flashes, throwing out your smokes and all of that.
And I believe, like, just take it from me, for example, don't tell anybody else other than the viewers, I believe they can give Optic India a run for their money with their amount of skills, because I haven't seen this level of dominant play from any team as of yet. Well, Optic India, they did play really well. I believe that both of these teams have the same score as they won. Like the last game,
even they were winning around 16-4 or something like that.
Yeah, but this was 16-3 or 16-2, I guess, and this was a huge game actually, because JHS, they were under the radar. We did not know who they were.
I mean, not really. They were,
but we do right now. And you know what? For the years to come, I will know JHS by their name.
I mean, they really played well. I'd really say that the retakes and their their execution and their smokes, all of them were on point. And I guess the something they reached, which Made in Delhi need to take home from this tournament is like they really need to work on their retakes and all of that. When they have situations like a 4v2 and 4v1 and 2v3s and all of that, when they have the upper hand, they really tend to choke it out, and that is something they really need to work on, because that is something which JHS were they use that to their advantage. A lot of lot of execution with precision is that something they need to they are working on, and I think JHS, like you said, have a good potential, and they are going to give Optic India a good run for their money.
Probably, but also another issue that I want to address is that Made in Delhi, I've seen them tunnel visioning a lot, and for example, take this game. When they were at the T side, we did see them dying repeatedly to Zaz again and again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Like when you when you are going into SL and all of that, it's probably advisable you at least go for flashes or some kind of utilities, which was lacking from Made in Delhi. So I would rather sum it up by saying, like, the upper hand advantage which they have, those retakes which JHS were trying to do, those were something they need to work on, as well as the managing of the utilities as well, which was clearly not visible from Made in Delhi. The Made in Delhi which we saw in the previous game and this one, there was a total difference in that, the way they played.
And I feel like that is a little bit of an attribute to the map actually, because Train is not one of the most played maps in CSGO.
Probably. I would also say that probably it wasn't their map probably.
Train is a fun map, but it's certainly not the most played map, and I do believe that JHS, they had that little bit of the edge knowing the map themselves.
The map knowledge is a crucial factor. Pretty evident. It's actually a crucial factor when it comes to maps like Train and Nuke and all of that, because like you said, it's not a common map which a lot of them keep playing. So I guess that is something which had an edge for JHS against Made in Delhi as well. What I would like to sum it up with. And,
well, with the sum up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Oldware and this is Tango,
also known as Sriram Vishal, and we'll be back with the semi-finals, and you'll be catching that on this channel at around 4 o'clock, and as well as the finals as well.
Well, if you don't know when exactly to tune in, go ahead and like our Facebook page, because we will post that update over there. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be doing Rigid Roulette tomorrow also.
Citizens of a future redefined. No regrets tied to the things we leave behind. Brand new possibilities, technologies and currencies. A new sun will rise and shadows blackly fade. Dawn of a new age.
my friend. I am tired of this stock AK, man. But it still does the job though, right? Yes, I know. But I want to look cool, you know? Why don't you just go to Playtonia.com, man? Play what?
Breakthrough.